The first visuals are now surfacing online, raw, chaotic, and chilling, allegedly showing an Iranian drone strike on the largest U.S. naval base in the Middle East. In the footage, what appears to be a Shahed-136 attack drone cuts through the sky, striking near the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet in Bahrain. Explosions erupt, black smoke spirals upward, and the scale of the attack is unmistakable. While the authenticity of the video has not yet been independently verified, the images alone underscore the intensity of the confrontation. Earlier, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, claimed it delivered a direct and punishing blow to the United States at sea. In a sharply worded statement, the IRGC said its naval forces fired missiles that severely struck a U.S. military Sealift Command combat support vessel operating in regional waters.
Oh shit! Oh!
Tehran framed the strike as part of an expanding retaliation against what it calls a massive joint assault carried out by Washington and Israel, a stark warning that the confrontation is escalating and far from over. The battlefield is spreading. Iranian forces also claim they struck a U.S. naval base in Bahrain, extending the conflict from open waters to one of the most strategically sensitive military hubs in the Gulf. Video circulating online shows massive plumes of black smoke rising near the 5th Fleet headquarters in Manama, a city suddenly under fire, its skyline scarred by explosions. The full extent of the damage remains unknown, and Washington has yet to issue official confirmation. But the symbolism is clear. The United States' regional command structure itself has been targeted, and the stakes could not be higher. And yet, the most dramatic development may be Iran's assertion that it directly hit an American naval support vessel. If verified, it would mark one of the most serious strikes on U.S. naval assets in years, a bold escalation at sea with far-reaching consequences. With drones patrolling the skies, missiles streaking across regional waters, and critical U.S. installations under threat, the confrontation has entered uncharted territory. Every passing hour magnifies the risk of further escalation, pushing the region closer to a flashpoint that could ignite a far broader conflict. The world is watching as the Gulf becomes a tinderbox where a single misstep could ignite a chain reaction with global repercussions.
Iranian state television, IRIB, has released dramatic footage showing ballistic missiles being launched toward Israel and U.S. military bases across the region. The launches mark Tehran's thunderous retaliation after U.S. President Donald Trump declared that major combat operations had been carried out jointly by the United States and Israel inside Iran, an announcement that ignited one of the most volatile escalations in the region in years. According to U.S. officials, Israel targeted senior Iranian political and military figures, while American forces focused on degrading Iran's ballistic missile and nuclear infrastructure. In response, Iran unleashed missiles not only toward Israel, but also toward U.S. bases across the Middle East, including installations in the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Jordan. The retaliatory strikes sent shockwaves across the region, triggering air defense systems and raising fears of a widening war. Iran has struck Gulf states hosting U.S. military bases in the region. Multiple explosions were reportedly heard in key cities of UAE, Qatar, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. According to the Fars news agency, Iran has confirmed targeting Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, Al Dothra Air Base in the UAE, and one more base in Bahrain. According to AFP, Abu Dhabi and Doha reported blasts hours after Israel and the U.S. conducted joint attacks on Iran. President Trump, in a video address, urged Iranians to take over your government, calling the moment a turning point. But Tehran pushed back strongly. In an exclusive interview, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Iran is open to de-escalation and willing to talk, but only if U.S. and Israeli attacks stop immediately. He dismissed calls for regime change as mission impossible. The escalation erupts in defiance of fragile nuclear negotiations that had promised a narrow path away from war. Even as diplomats huddled over proposals to curb Iran's nuclear program, U.S. forces were quietly but unmistakably reinforcing their presence across the region. Warships repositioned, aircraft deployed, defenses tightened, preparing for a storm that now appears to have broken. Tehran says the joint strikes shattered diplomacy at its most delicate hour, splintering talks just as a breakthrough seemed within reach. Now, with missiles carving fiery arcs across the night sky, words have given way to weapons. Ballistic missiles launched, regional bases targeted. The confrontation has crossed a perilous threshold. The coming hours will decide whether this remains a contained cycle of retaliation or ignites into a wider regional war with consequences far beyond the battlefield.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tehran.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.